Hey guys, welcome back to the third series of videos as it relates to multiple choice questions for the CXC exam that is coming up. So if you're here guys, you're here to learn about math and I am your facilitator. All right, let's get right into it guys. So the first question is Lisa drove 1 and 7/8 kilometer to work. Tim drove 3/4 kilometer to work. How many more kilometers did Lisa drive than Tim? Right here, guys, we are dealing with fractions. And as a question C, you need to know who drive more. So it's basically a subtraction of fraction that's going on right here. So guys, let's get right into it. So 1 and 1/7 would be for Lisa. 1 and 7/8, my bad. And Tim drove 3/4. All right. So what we can do, guys, is to either convert Lisa's miles or Lisa's distance in kilometer to a improper fraction, or we can convert Tim's kilometers into eighths. So the simplest one here, guys, is to convert Tim's to eighths. So 3/4. If you multiply both numerator and the denominator by 2, you'll get 6/8. And now we have the fractions looking similar. So let's continue. It says 1 and 7/8 subtract 6/8. Right here, guys, we can take the 7/8 from the whole and subtract them. So we're going to be doing that to make our lives easier. So 7/8 subtract 6/8 is equal to 1/8. Remember, the whole was left. Some persons will normally put it at the end here. It can go here as well. So the answer we are left with is 1/8 as the as the miles that that Lisa did more than Tim. And so our solution is C, 1/8. All right, guys, if you want to go ahead and convert them to 1 and 7/8 to an improper fraction, then you go find the LCM. That's also correct. But whatever way is easier for you guys, just choose that one and get on with it. All right, so this one that says the value of 29.94 times 0.5 is approximately. All right, guys, so for me personally, I would reason through this question, because instead of going to multiply half times 0.5 times all of this, I'll just reason through it. So I'll say that 29.94 is close to 30. All right, and we know that 0.5 represents a half. Cool. So 30 times a half is basically 15. But it's not 30, it's 29.94. But they say approximately. And so approximately 29.94 times 0.5 would be 15. But we know the answer will give us 14.9 something. I'm not even sure the right answer right now. But that is basically it, guys. All right. And so would it be 9/4? Say half of this is 14. Yeah, maybe 4 something or 5 something. I don't know. But guys, yes, guys. So it's 15 would be the closest approximation. Let's move on to the next question. So we have 16 times 3 plus 16 times 11 is the same as. So guys, for this one, it's basically multiplication over addition. And this is basically the properties of arithmetic. That's where it's coming from. And we say A, B plus C is going to be A times B, AB, plus A times C, AC. And so you're basically distributing whatever is outside the bracket to whatever is inside the bracket. So guys, whatever number we see attaching, our number we see in both between these two terms, whatever number we see that is common, that will basically go outside of the bracket. And so right here, we see that 16 is common. So 16 will go outside the bracket. All right. And inside the bracket, we have two terms. In this case, it will be 3 and 11. And so right here, that will be our answer. All right. It couldn't be this one because it's saying 16 times 3 plus 11, which is not the case up here. All right. And it couldn't be this one because it's basically saying that 3 is being distributed throughout the bracket, and that's not true. Or one way you can do it again, guys, is to basically use the answers you get to see if you can find one that is similar, that is matching to the one up here. So 16 times 3 is this one, and 16 times 11 is this one. So again, you can choose to do it that way. This one, the exact value of 9 divided by 0.0003 is, we're asked to evaluate here, guys. So right here, we can choose to different ways of working this. Let me show you how I would. So it's 9 divided by 0.0003. All right, guys, we can convert this to a whole number. So you move 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically say 9 divided by 3 times 10 to the negative 4. All right, guys. So right here, I can choose to bring this exponent or this power form to the numerator. So it's going to be 9 divided by 3 times 10 to the 4. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 10 to the 4 is 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And times 3. So 3 times 10,000 is 30,000. And so the solution is right here. Very simple, guys. So what you can do is just basically convert the decimal you're given to standard form, or some would say scientific notation, and then you work from there. If you have a different way of working this question, guys, you can always share with me in the comment section below and let me know what way is easier for you. All right, so this question, Anne and Betty shared a sum of money in the ratio 2 to 3 and received 120. What was Betty's share? Okay, so the first thing, guys, I would do is to find the whole. And so once you see ratio, you need to know what is the whole that they're sharing it up from. So the whole will be 2 plus 3, which is equivalent to 5. So we know that 2/5, because here, guys, they're basically giving you in the correct order. So Anne represents 2, Betty will get 3 share. And so for this one, Anne will receive 2/5 of some money, and at the end she got 120. So basically we want to know what amount of money did they share up to give her, so she got 120 out of it. So we need to know what amount of money did she share up. That 2/5 is equal to 120. What I need to do this, guys, is basically saying 120 times 5 over 2, and you simplify that. 2 into 2 goes 1, into 60 into 120 goes 60 times. 60 times 5 is 300. So right here we know that $300 was being shared up. All right, if we know that $300 was shared up for these people, we can go and say 300 subtract 120, or we could find 3/5 of the 300. So let's do it both ways. So it's 3/5 of 300. 5 into itself goes 1. 5 into 30 goes 6. So that's 600. So that's 60. 3 times 60 is 180. So we know that Betty got 180. Or we could say 300 subtract 120 will give us also 180. And so right here we know Betty's share. So guys, once you see them working with ratios, you go ahead and to find the whole. All right, that's basically the fractional method or the whole method. Some people say that, but once you know the total amount, guys, it is easier for us to convert that to either find the total amount of money that they shared, or however the question is asked. So let's do this question. So 7 times the product of two numbers A and B can be written as. So let's check this one out. So 7 times the product. Once we see the word product, let me underline this right here. So we're working with 7 product, two numbers A and B. And product here means multiplication. That's one thing we need to know. So right here, basically doing translation. And some worded phrase to algebraic expressions. All right, guys. So 7 here is will be the numeral 7. A and B are going to be the same thing because we can't change the letters that we are given. So product of A and B means A times B, all right? And times here again means multiplication. See that, guys? So 7 times the product of two numbers. So it is 7AB. Let's see the answer is somewhere here. The product of two numbers is this, times 7 is that. And that's basically how we got the answer. All right, guys, so feel free to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Let me know if you understand what I just explained. If you want me to go further in details, I am happy to do so for you. Leave a comment in the comment section below, and let's have a discussion or give me some feedback, guys. Let me know what you think. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one.